Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to say it's my big honor and pleasure to be here tonight among all of you, and this is my 6-minute challenge. So here on the right, you can see this is me on New York Stock Exchange, on Wall Street, and here this is me playing basketball because this is also a very important part of my life. Oh, excuse me. Can you hear me? Good. All right. Sorry about it. All right. So I think that pictures are worth more than 1,000 words, and I really believe that's true. So I use a lot of pictures for my presentation and just a few words. And I'll try to walk you through my journey, how I came to the US, what am I doing here now, where did I study, etc., etc. So in the top right corner, you can see a photo from my university graduation that happened in May 2021. I graduated from Drew University in New Jersey, just 45 minutes from New York City. The picture on the right bottom corner is me in Prague in 2018. I would always come and visit Czech Republic in between the semester breaks, between the fall and the spring. And this is the New York Stock Exchange photo again. So if we move to the next slide, this is something from the work I have been doing. I have been working on Wall Street on NYSE. I have been interning there. This is from the day when the CNO went public. They IPO'd. IPO is the initial public offering. I have been working there for 6 months. It has been an incredible experience for me. The picture on the right on the top is me with my colleague and good friend also on NYSE, and this is how the trade desk looks like for the brokers and for the people and financial analysts who work there. So let's go a little bit. Let's go back a little bit for now, and let me tell you a little bit more about my background. So it was already mentioned before that I'm from Brno, Czech Republic. I was born in 1998. I'm currently 23 years old. I studied at a prestigious Anglo-American high school in the Czech Republic. I spent 8 years there, and it was a significant part of my life. At OpenGate, I have been able to both shape myself and develop myself personally as well as professionally, and it is also thanks to OpenGate and my studies there that I'm currently able to live here in the United States and making my big life dream happen. I graduated with Czech maturita, which a lot of you are probably familiar with. It's the required secondary leaving examination in Czech Republic. But what's more interesting is the IB diploma program. I have graduated with 2 diplomas, and the latter one enabled me to actually come here in the US. It's a worldwide prestigious 2-year program for juniors and seniors in high school. They offer it in the States as well. And thanks to that, pretty much all the universities all around the world, especially the prestigious ones, opened their gates for me and I could come. This was a big game changer when I applied. I am in the US since 2017. This is my 5th year here. I'm starting right now, and on the picture you saw on the previous slides from the graduation, the degree I currently hold is Bachelor's of Arts in Economics, German, and Business. And I'm currently on my OPT, optional practical. Optional practical training. Some of you, again, living here much longer than me, I'm sure, or some of the current students here, if there are any in the room, know what this means, but I can briefly explain. It's a 1-year program. Sometimes it can be up to 3 years that enables international students who graduate from US universities to legally work in the United States and get more experience in their field that they studied. Currently, I'm working as a financial analyst, and I have been working in the past as a market analyst, financial analyst, or in the marketing fields. When I was starting out in the US, the first semester, I have been teaching German here as a German teaching assistant at Drew. And like I said, basketball is a big part of my life. I played 13 years of basketball in the Czech Republic, and I also played in the NCAA here in the US, and so I'm definitely a big sports fan, and you will see it on some of the pictures that are coming very soon on the next slides. So here you can see this is the logo of the IB Diploma program. That's the logo of my former high school. This is the logo of my alma mater, and this is the structure of the whole IB Diploma program and how it works. Unfortunately, we don't have time for that, so I'm just going to skip through it for now. This is the campus of OpenGate Boarding School. It was founded by the richest Czech person, Peter Kellner, who unfortunately died not so long ago. And it was also thanks to him that I was able to attend this great high school as well as study in the United States. This all is coming just in a few moments during in the presentation. This is from my graduation from high school, from Open Game. This is the final ball in Prague, the graduation ball. Those are all my classmates. I'm right there in the back. I was put in the back because I'm the tallest, so you know, I don't destroy the picture. Anyways, let's move on. This is something from my basketball journey. This is still back from Europe before 2017. Here on the left and on the very right, those two gentlemen are former NBA players, and one of them is also a former NBA coach who coached Utah Jazz on the left and on the right. This is a current reporter for Portland Trail Blazers, and he also spent several years with them. It was amazing. The coach in the middle right next to me on my left, that's a good friend of mine. He's from the Czech Republic, and he also played basketball many years. Those gentlemen and coaches have been able to help me big time during my career, during my basketball career in the Czech Republic, as well as with the whole transition from Czech leagues to the American leagues, and especially NCAA, which is a huge jump here. Basketball is on a whole nother level, as you probably know. These are some of the highlights from the past. This is from the 2017 European Basketball Championship in Prague. This was the summer before I left to the United States for the first time and before I started my university studies. So this is with the champion from Spain. This is with the head coach of Spain. I've been able to hold the trophy, which was pretty special for me. This is from the podium, and I'm sure that a lot of you recognize this famous Czech actor who is extremely funny and one of my favorites. So I have been able to meet him there as well. He's apparently also a fan of basketball, not just, you know, fan of the film industry. And as you know, we have a great film industry in the Czech Republic, and he's just one of many great actors we have back home. Anyways, let me move on. This is from the NBA game because, oh my goodness, excuse me. Well, this is from the NBA games because what kind of a basketball player would I be in the US without visiting NBA games? Let me go further. This is from the Wall Street with the charging bull. I have also been able to visit the Carnegie Hall twice. Once thanks to the Bakala Foundation, which I will talk about a little bit later, but I'm running out of time right now. And for the second time, I had the chance to go there because I have a good friend there, Tomáš Kačo, who was playing there. He's a very, very famous pianist. I'm sure some of you also know him. This is with the Bakala Foundation scholars. As you can see, we were invited to the Carnegie Hall, and this is from the second time I have been there when my good friend, not Tomáš Kačo, but the other one, was playing there. This is from the United Nations. In the past 4 years, I have also been able to visit the United Nations, visit 2 conferences there. It was extremely a rich experience for me as well, because I never thought that, you know, in the first 2 and 3 years of my studies here, I would be able to experience so much and get so many valuable insights and also learn a lot of skills. So how did I get here in a nutshell? It was my lifelong dream. I applied to 12 universities. I got accepted to 10, and I ended up at Drew University. I got a presidential scholarship there, and on top of that, I have been able to get 2 very prestigious scholarships from the Kellner Family Foundation and from the Bakala Foundation. And thanks to all these organizations, I have been able to end up here. This is Mr. Peter Hara, which is the former deputy headmaster at Open Gate School, and also a good friend of mine. Let's move on. I'm almost done. This is this is at the PPF group in Prague. These are all the Kellner Family Foundation scholars, the current and the former ones. This is the group of the Bakala Foundation scholars. This is from the final interview after they announced who has been selected and who not. It's a very rigorous process for both foundations, and it's definitely not easy to get selected. So I'm very honored and proud to be one of those scholars. And I'm getting to the end. Sorry for taking so much time. Some of my professional experience in the US in the past 4 or 5 years, both internships and full-time work, has been on Wall Street, on New York Stock Exchange, at BNY Mellon. I have also worked for USLBM, Street Smart Entrepreneurs, which is a successful startup in New Jersey, and for University to Study INC, and for Global Student Recruitment Advisors LLC. And those are the positions I have held. So I am mostly focused on the financial and markets analyst type of positions, but in the future that might shift a little bit. And my future plans are, this is the last slide, my future plans are to go to graduate school in fall 2022. I would like to pursue a STEM designated master's degree in data and business analytics, which I think would help me to improve my skills within the field, and maybe refocus a little bit the type of industry that I would like to work for in the US, since I have been able to get a lot of experience and see how those different type of positions work. And I might stay in the field or I might change it. I don't know yet. It depends what I figure out at grad school. Anyways, I think this is gonna be, and those are the type of positions that I would like to be working at once I graduate school. Here is my contact information, my email, my LinkedIn, and my Facebook page. And since I am not familiar with a lot of the faces I'm seeing here today, it will be my pleasure to connect with you and to talk to you and maybe start some new relationships at the reception that's coming after this. Thank you very much for your attention, and have a nice night.